755-KIDS, 755-5437.
Oh, your picture's on News Junkie there.
Oh,
yeah.
Great.
Both you and Margaret right there. That's good. Good-looking picture. Do you think I have any chance that Patty Ritchie will come in here Monday? Or should I schedule something else?
Yeah, you probably should schedule something else.
I talked to her the other day when Mayor Giuliani was up and reiterated it. And, of course, they always say to you, well, we're thinking about it.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I was saying that to your staff, and then I said, no point talking to them. That's why I called you personally.
Yeah.
I hope you don't mind.
Not a bit.
No.
I always appreciate your calls.
Yeah. What's going to happen with this Mercy thing? We know what the short-term thing is, but I have deep concerns that the plan is to just sort of use the facility for 36 months and then abandon it, and with no prognosis for doing anything.
Well, I think, I don't think anybody really suffered from the delusion that at some point, the facility has aged out. We need to, and the needs that the community has have grown and diversified to the point where that facility just it wouldn't be able to keep pace with the needs going forward. Now, having said that, obviously, and I can appreciate the concerns that the city has with nobody wants an empty.
Why can't we redevelop on site as opposed to build some building out on the edge of the city or something and where nobody can see it? I understand the cost may be different, but it just makes sense from an urban planning perspective that we don't make the mistakes that we made with so many other things over the years.
Yeah, again, Jeff, I can appreciate that, but and I don't think that that's out of the realm of possibility, but the fact is, with limited dollars, you've got to take those dollars and invest them in the best way possible that you get the most bang for your buck. But the fact is, I certainly don't want to see the city left with another vacant building or an empty lot. I think that there is a time frame here to look at. I don't know off the top of my head what kind of reuse that building would lend itself to, but the fact is it's certainly a prime location for development, and if we could put some sort of complex in there for small business or businesses in general, professional practices, that kind of thing.
The demolition costs are
astronomical.
Right,
sure.
And that's even if you cut a deal on landfill costs, it's just going to be terrible. And these people come up and they say, "Well, we can get you $200,000 from the state for a study." We got a basement full of studies at City Hall.
Mm-hmm.
We need some real action on that. And so far, it's been tough to get answers. I know there's been a lot of things in flux, and I'm not trying to pin you down there. The first thing was to stabilize the situation.
Well, yeah.
And that's been done. But, to continue to go on and not pay the taxes and not pay the water bills and then knowing that you can just walk away from it in 36 months, I don't consider an answer. Really.
Well, I can't believe you would.
Yeah.
But you wouldn't be doing your job if you did. But that's not to say that over the course of the next 36 months we can't find an answer.
Okay.
And, I'm certainly more than willing to work with you or on any issue, but certainly on that one, or anybody else from the city for that matter.
Yeah. Well, good. I just wanted to plug, lobby for that.
I don't blame you.
Yeah. Do you think, does Patty know where Mercy is?
Geez, I don't know.
well,
I know I do.
I don't know. Everybody says she might win, so I better be nicer on the air. But if she comes in Monday, I promise I'll be nice. But we'll see. 755-1240 if you want to get the last word in. We got about two and a half minutes left on the show today. And any regrets about getting into big-time politics? You were kind of puttering around in the local scene like me. So
no, not really. Believe me, there's days, but no. Overall, I feel that I look back on the opportunities that have been given to me to serve and to expand my horizons a bit is something that had I not gotten involved, would never have happened for me. And I think there are some things that we can take credit for that maybe wouldn't have happened in the community otherwise.
I mean, you kind of are not the typical senator. Most of them had law practices, and then they go out and run for things, and just to kind of get into the retirement, whatever their deal is. But you've come out of a much different background. I mean, the ultimate in small business, a farmer, and all of that. So you're kind of a unique commodity in the Senate, I would think.
Oh, I'm the only active farmer in the Senate, but the fact is I think I bring a different perspective, and I think...
Is it fair to say you're the only senator who ever worked for a living?
Well, I know I'm one of the ones that has, so...
Okay, well, that's fair enough. What are you going to do between now and Tuesday?
We'll just keep campaigning right up to the bitter end, and we'll be waiting along with everyone else for the results.
Okay, and that'll be out in Cape Vincent, or?
I'm not sure yet, to be honest with you. I'm sure that there's an event scheduled somewhere. I know they were talking about a couple different locations right here in the city, and so I'm not exactly sure what they've landed on as far as a location, but I hope to be there.
All right. Well, when it's all over on election night, you can always make last call at Fort Pearl.
There you go.
We'd be glad
Sounds
to have
good to me.
You got 30 seconds to wrap up your life here. Go ahead.
Well, I appreciate the opportunity to be here, Jeff, but, I'm asking for people's support this time around based on things that I've had the opportunity to work on and accomplish over the past couple of years. I think there's a lot more work to do, and I would hope that people, as negative as this campaign has been, can look past a lot of the negative ads and negative things that are being said and done, and look at the two candidates and look for somebody that you can relate to and trust.
Okay, thank you very much, Senator. Mrs. Aubertine, thank you so much for coming in today. It's been a pleasure. And I want to remind you we'll be back Monday with more. This is, of course, the hotline on AM 1240 WATN, Watertown, New York. The time is 1 o'clock. ABC News is coming up next. Drive carefully and have a safe weekend.
From ABC News, I'm Michael Barr. The all clear has been given at several locations.